Who here likes a good story? I see a lot of hands, people who like a good story. That's a good sign. Okay, you can put your hands down. Now, we have a lot of stories in our tradition, and a lot of them come from Torah. And we have seen a lot of Torahs today. But this story doesn't come from the Torah. This story comes from someone named the Baal Shem Tov, which literally means he's got a good name. The Baal Shem Tov. And here's the story about the Baal Shem Tov. Stay with me. So the Baal Shem Tov loved to pray. He loved to pray. And he prayed all the time, and he prayed for a really, really long time, like hours and hours and hours of prayer. And in the Jewish tradition, we believe that for some of our prayers, in order to pray, we need to have other people with us. We call it a minyan, at least 10 people. And those 10 people need to be with us to amplify some of our prayers. Okay? So the Baal Shem Tov liked to pray for a really, 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 really long time. And he had students. And his students would be with him while he prayed. Well, one day, the Baal Shem Tov was praying for an extra really, 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 really long time. And the students were sort of looking at each other while he prayed. And they thought, well, maybe he won't notice if we run home really fast to eat a little dinner, use the bathroom, and then we'll come back. And he's praying and his eyes are closed and he's davening and he won't even notice we're gone. So that's what they did. They tiptoed out of the room. They left their tali toad at the door. They went home, they grabbed a quick bite to eat, and then they came back. And the Baal Shem Tov was still praying. And finally, he finished, and he turned around, and he looked at them. It was clear that he knew they'd gone home and come back. And they were so full of apologies. We're so sorry. We know we were supposed to be here, but we were really hungry, and we can hear our tummies rumbling. And we thought maybe it would be okay if we just ran home really quick, and we came back. The Baal Shem Tov said, let me tell you a story. So in case you're wondering, this is a story within a story. This is the story the Baal Shem Tov told to his students. Once upon a time, there was a king. And this king was in charge of a large, beautiful kingdom where every winter the birds would fly away. They'd migrate away for the winter, and they'd come back in the spring. And it was in the dead of winter, and in the bushes, as the king was walking, he heard a rustling. And out of the bushes flew a giant, colorful bird, and it perched on the very tippy top of the tallest tree. The king wanted to know more about this bird, because this bird wasn't even supposed to be here. It was winter. And so what did the king do? The king wanted to learn more. The king wanted to reach out and touch the bird. Well, the king has lots of, attendants and servants, and he certainly could have said, hey, you guys, come on, bring the ladder, go get me the bird, and just let someone else do it for him. But instead, the king sent out a message to his kingdom. And the king said, I need everyone in the kingdom to meet me in the forest. And everyone gathered. They said, what are we supposed to do? And what did they do? They built a human pyramid. Has anyone ever been in a human pyramid before? It's pretty fun to be at the top of the human pyramid. It's a little difficult to be at the bottom. Has anyone ever been at the bottom of a human pyramid? Yeah, okay, so you know. So the people are gathering and they're making this pyramid, and the king, of course, is the one at the top, and he gets to reach out and touch the bird. That's the whole story. The Baal Shem Tov stopped. The students kind of looked at each other and said, what was that about? Was there a moral? What am I supposed to learn from that story? Here's what we're supposed to learn from that story. When one of us wants to achieve something, when one of us needs to get somewhere, We don't do it alone. And we don't do it by looking at someone else and pointing at them and saying, you do it. When we want to achieve something or reach a goal, we need the whole community's help, even if only one person gets to touch the bird. Even if only one person is praying, we need the support of the community. And sometimes we're at the top of the pyramid doing the fun stuff, and sometimes we're at the bottom of the pyramid, and it's not so comfortable down there. There's a lot of people standing on you, and you feel the weight of the community. We also feel the responsibility, because if one person at the bottom of the pyramid decides, you know what, I'm done, can't do it anymore, I'm getting up, what happens? The pyramid falls over. That is what is so special about praying together, but that's also what's so special about everything we do together. Every single person in this room, look around, look at someone in this room that you didn't come in with, just make eye contact. Everyone in this room matters. Everyone in this room and everyone watching us online and everyone who's a part of the Kol Ami community belongs here in this community. And we can't do anything that we do without each of you. Sometimes when you're on the top of the pyramid, and sometimes when you're holding it up from the bottom. Thank you all for belonging to this kind of community where we support one another and we reach higher heights than we could ever have imagined. We all say amen to that, and we say Shabbat Shalom.